So today, guys and girls of the YouTube world, I am going to be test riding the BMW R1250RT. This one has been lent to me for about an hour from the wonderful guys at Halliwell Jones Chester, which is a BMW garage. Unfortunately, their demo bike was sold, so the staff there, absolutely cracking guys, have managed to sort me out with this second-hand one, just to get a feel of how the bike is. Currently, I normally ride a Kawasaki GTR 1400, so this is going to be a little bit different, especially since on my bike I've got like a bottle conversion and this is just the normal clip-ons. So how do the two compare? Because originally the GTR 14 was comparable to the R1200. So first things first, the way she feels, the bars are a lot closer, lower down as well. The weight is a lot more balanced. As I'm moving in and out of lanes, just feels a little bit better balanced than what mine is. I think that's due to the way the engine configuration is. Definitely more vibratory than mine, obviously coming from an inline 4 to this boxer twin. You really do feel the difference in the handlebars. This one, for some reason, just felt a little heavy as a turn back then. Not too sure why. Could just be obviously transitioning between the bikes. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. I'm going to be recording this on my new, to me, Insta 360 X3 camera. So I'll have a bit of fun with that while we're out and about. And yeah, just see how we get on. So, screen then. I think this is just a normal screen that you get on them. I don't think it's a sports screen. And at the moment now, yeah, it feels quite nice. There's not a lot of buffeting. I can see an awful lot in the mirrors, although they are a lot lower down than what mine are, and they are smaller than what mine are as well, which I think could be an advantageous thing towards me. Brakes feel good, but it doesn't half seem to dive underneath that braking, and again, that could be something to probably do with like the terra lever suspension and the way it has that anti-dive thing. So yeah, see how we get on. So I'm going to take a ride to these lights and find a little bit of path where we're going. I'm not too sure where I am around here because it's the middle of Chester and it's not somewhere that I normally go. So we're going to make this up as we go along. So right then. Okay, just let all this busy traffic get out of the way. So comfort as I'm sat here. The seat feels a lot more comfy than mine is, although mine has been cut down because, well, I've only got little legs and I'm a bit of a short ass. So I'm only 5'6", so yeah, it's definitely a comfier seat. The bike is way lower than that what mine is, and this is before before they get the low seat on these ones, because I'm sure the low seat's dropping down to 780mm. Feels quite narrow. The engine feels like it's a bit more engine braking, something I'd need to get used to. Yeah, so see how we get on with this. Right then. Yeah, the main things I'm feeling on this one is it just seems to be as if the suspension just feels a little bit soft and wallowy. So on these bumps, it's just really taking it up quite nice and feels absolutely lovely. But for some reason, and I don't know why, it just seems a little bit softer than what mine is. So yeah, see how we get on. Okay then. So we're going to take a few little side roads till we get comfortable on it, and then we'll probably take it up on a bit of a country lane and see how that goes, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Now, the reason why I'm looking at this then is the GTRs, although it does absolutely everything right, as we know, the rule of bikes is you're allowed one plus another, and then you get another plus another, and another plus another, and so on and so forth, until eventually you run out of space in your garage. So, I'm looking at this to be able to kind of flick between like the blood biking and the iron biking and stuff like this, and just see how we get on with it. Right, so I'll just stop here now. I'm just gonna I'll put my camera up. I'll see how that goes with the camera, and yeah. So bear with me, and I'll just sort that out for us now. I'll try and get that camera working for us. Okay. Right then. Let's see how this view looks. Again, trying this little Insta 360 camera. So hopefully now you should get that little drone effect. You should be able to see the bike a bit better as well. So, okay then. Right then. So I'm ready. We'll set off again. We'll wing a bit of a U-turn, and then yeah, see how she gets on. So, okay then. Yeah, that it takes that speed bump's quite nice. So I'll give it that. But it feels a little bit too softly sprung for me at the moment. Now that could be the fact that my GTR 14 has got all the suspension set up for the way I ride and how I ride and my weight and weight of pillions, and yeah, might just be something I need to get used to, see how it goes on with the journey. So ergonomics then, put the screen up, little electrically controlled, the mirrors a bit lower down, windscreen, I'm only 5'6", so it offers me a lot of protection where I am. I think if you were a bit taller than me, you're going to struggle a little bit with this screen. You'd probably have to get one of those Touring ones, or get like a lip on it. Comfort on the seats as I'm moving around. Yeah, loads of room here. There's definitely a bigger pillion seat on the back, so if I'm going to take any passengers or pillions, that's way bigger than what mine is. Seat position for me, really comfortable. Probably comparable to where my GTR is, and I say I had to buy these additional Halliwell Horizon ST bars to fit on that, which is what the Colorado Police Department use. So yeah, I don't think I'd need to adjust that. Got a nice big clear dash, which is something I'm not used to on mine. I'm still on analog. So just get past this. Okay then, so yeah, that analog screen, that digital screen on this is absolutely fantastic. It's like a little widescreen TV on the front of your bike, and I must admit I was apprehensive. I thought, is that going to be something that's going to be really distracting? Is that going to be something that's going to kind of like off-put you too bright? But you know, it looks really nice, and it kind of complements the bike really well. Feel, but yeah, the way I am, it just feels a bit off. So acceleration, that's a nice bit of acceleration. Which is quite nice. control, if I'm honest, so I don't think I'd like that adaptive cruise control on a bike. I have it in the car and it's quite intrusive on the car, and it's not something I don't think I'd like that on a bike. So I'll be intrigued to demo one of them at some point, probably the Kawasaki H2SX Tourer, see how that gets on, because that's got that system, and try that one. But yeah, so why am I trialling the RT then? I'm used to having shaft drive bikes now with the GTR 14, so I wouldn't mind a bike that's pretty low maintenance. I say the engines get all these in the GS's, so they're renowned for being quite durable and reliable, otherwise you wouldn't be selling as much as them and it wouldn't be across the range as much. So I want a bike that's going to offer me similar levels of comfort, similar levels of refinement, low maintenance, so I can ride in all weathers, all year round, come back, rinse it down and put it back away. So that's generally what I'm looking for. I have got a couple of other bikes I want to demo. I'm looking to try the Triumph Tiger 1200, the new one, the Sport I think it is, or the Adventure, see which one I can get my hands on. I'm also going to look to try and take out the demo from the guys in Wigan to do the Kawasaki H2SX, a bit more sporty, but that is obviously the next evolution of the GTR. So yeah, we've got a few demos to come. But yeah, you know what, I still can't get over the way it just seems to continue to want to wallow and bounce. Yeah, that's a bit unnerving, that is. It just doesn't feel quite right. Alright, I've only got this bike for just on an hour. They've only given me a limited amount of fuel, so we're not going to go straight down the motorway. I'll probably head towards Cheshire Oaks, find a little road to turn off on that one, do a little bit of a stop round, readjust the camera, stuff like this. So yeah, bear with us, see how we get on. Hopefully we enjoy it then. So right then, haven't stopped then at that one. I did find that my camera was just falling backwards on the invisible selfie stick. That's something I've just learned while I've been using my decently expensive camera, that you're going to need an additional clamp. So now I've readjusted my camera. I cut that video a little bit soon because it just, yeah, you didn't want to see me staring into the camera and pulling faces and all this stuff. But it gave me the fright of my life when I was looking at my mirrors and I couldn't see where that camera was. It just, yeah, I thought, oh my god, this is a brand new camera. So now I've remounted it, I've lowered it down, so now you're just going to get like kind of the back of my head look, until I can get some more mountain clamps and probably stick them on the handlebars and stuff like this. It's, yeah, this will do for now. So, right then, yeah, I must admit, getting up to speed on this bike, real nice, feels good, feels smooth. Does it feel as fast as the GTR? No, I wouldn't say so. Feels comfier, more luxurious, if that makes sense, more like a suspension is a lot plusher than what my GTR is, so that's probably something I'll have to look into, because right now I'm not liking the way this feels. Yeah. Overall, you know what, it's not a bad bike. I can see why people go for these bikes. It has a steep price tag, but you do get a lot of bells and whistles for what you're paying for, whereas my GTR has basic traction £600-700, and this is where the dilemma starts now between getting a new bike and kind of upgrading the bike I've got. To upgrade my bike, I wouldn't mind getting like a lighter exhaust, they're about £300-400, a cruise control another 600. Then I wouldn't mind. I know the company does some carbon wheels, and now we're talking big money, like £2,500 I think they are. And I just don't know whether all these things are worth it. Also, my GTR has got a set of crash bars for the panniers, or pannier guards, and a set of engine bars that assist with, obviously, if we drop the bike or a bit of safety and stuff like this. And at the moment, the bikes I'm looking at, so like the R1250, you can get them on the front, the engine casings, the pannier guards. I know that with the Triumph Tiger, you can get them as well, like extra bash blades and stuff like this. And it's one of those added extras that you think, if anything happens, it's nice to have that little bit of comfort on top. Now I know it adds a little bit of weight, but I've had a little bit of a lay down on my bike, and yeah, it's been one of those things that are invaluable, and I'm glad I've got it, especially now since I've extended mine through. I might now cover the wing mirrors, because I've had an issue with mine where if you drop it and it hits a wing mirror, it'll kind of, you have to redo the front end internals, and it gets a bit expensive. So yeah, no, I quite like this. I can see myself getting another demo on a new one just to compare the two, and it'd be interesting, I think, to compare this to like a GS and the K1600. I think that'd be a nice comparison. So I'll see if I can kind of swindle myself into one of those demo rides, because that'd be quite nice. Yeah, see how we get on. As I say, the more I'm riding it, it just seems to be settling in a little bit nicer, but I still can't get over how soft the suspension is. I don't know, I say, if someone can say, oh, yeah, advise me better, please, by all means. I took out I think it was a 2018 R1250RT, and that felt beautiful. So I don't know whether it's something in the settings of the last owner or something. Yeah, I can't access the settings at the moment, because I've now just got to the point where the low fuel lights just come on and it just locks down the dashboard. So yeah, I think that's something I'll check with them when I get back and see what that goes. Yeah, either way, it's a nice day. Nice little ride out around Chester, getting myself lost, because I'm forgetting where I am right now. Yeah, we're gonna see how we get on. I'll probably get myself a bit lost and try and figure my way back from here. But yeah, see how we get on. Yeah. Right then, what else we got then with this bike? Let me think. So, slightly thinner handlebars, screen we've covered. Got toggle wheels. Can't really see me doing that one, so obviously the camera's behind me, so I'll try and get a better one if I take another one out. Luggage. Obviously you don't get the top box on these. I think the top box for these is quite expensive. I'm sure it's around the £1,000 mark, and they only come in a generic silver. So no matter what colour your bike is, your sat nav is going to be silver. Your top box is just going to be silver. I'm mentioning sat nav because I currently have an old hope you enjoyed that little bit of music anyway in the background. I'll obviously edit that back in a minute. Yeah, the final thoughts I've got on this. Yeah, I like it. I can see it being really nice filtering. It's one of those bikes that you can just kind of use nimbly around town, around traffic, just because that weight feels really, really low, and that's obviously down to the boxer engine. It feels quite nice. I like the size of the panniers. I like the space on it. I like the way it feels, very similar to my GTR 14, and I think the wind protection on both is something I admire. Is very advantageous because I've got like damaged knees and stuff like this, so I like to keep the wind off. So yeah, we're bringing it back now to Halliwell Jones. I've just got, I think it's after this roundabout, we get to a set of lights, we're going to take a right, and then we'll slowly but surely work our way back in. I'll have a chat with the guys in the office there, see what the figures are and stuff like this, and hopefully get out on the other demo rides with the Yamaha. I'm going to try the Kawasaki as well and get the videos uploaded of that one. I think before that I'll do a couple of rides out with my friends and see how we get on and stuff like this, and get some more content out for you guys. So yeah, at the moment, conclusion on this, I just don't think it's the one for me. It'd be nice having one of those little police bikes on the back of that trailer, if I'm honest. That'll get you through traffic a bit quicker, wouldn't it? But yeah, all things considered, very nice bike, very well put together. If I can get on another one where the suspension doesn't feel as bad as this is, I think I'd really like it, if I'm honest. So yeah, all that remains now is well, I've got to tiptoe back because I'm gonna have to park this bike up, and I've got to pass the mistress as I ride back into the car park. So my little infamous Valkyrie Kawasaki GTR 14. So it's one of those things that you always feel like you're cheating on it when you take another bike out, don't you? So yeah, so we'll tiptoe our way back and enjoy. Okay then, here she is. There's my little Valkyrie. Right then, I'll be back on here soon. See you in a minute. Guys, like, subscribe, all the usual business. If there's anything you want me to add, anything you've missed out, please just let me know. And yeah, I've had a crack around in this. Halliwell Jones Chester, definitely give them a look. Take care guys, catch you soon.